On today's episode, we'll be discussing house hunting in Medellin. Should we all be gatekeeping a little bit more? And forgiveness, a dilemma. Let's get started.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh my god, where have you been? I have to tell you something.
Girl, bring it. I'm ready.
Welcome to the Call Me Later podcast, where we will cover the personal, the popular, and the peculiar. I'm Lauretta.
And I'm Annie Steinberg. And you've now been dialed into our weekly call about relationships and dating,
pop culture and lifestyle,
and friendship and community in the city of Medellin.
No, you need to call me later. Hello? No, pero llámame ya. Hey, call me later.
So I think that you had a front row ticket to the drama that I dealt with trying to find somewhere to live in Medellin.
Girl.
And when I tell you, at the end of this section, I am going to be the most hated girl in Medellin because I have some really out of pocket white girl Karen opinions that no one is going to agree with. And I just hope that this call is a safe
I'm ready.
space.
I'm ready though.
Because
it will never be a safe space, Lauretta.
I just
get going.
God, I know.
No, it is safe. It's safe. I'm not judging.
I don't actually think it will be because I feel this from two perspectives. So, for context, I lived in Laureles, and that is the equivalent of which I would say a Williamsburg in New York. I would maybe say what's a bougie place in London?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Like a Shoreditch in London.
Like a trendy.
Yeah. And some piece of shit from the New York Times named it the best neighborhood in the world, right? Fuck that person.
Laureles?
Yeah. Did you see the article? I'm going to send you the article, actually.
Oh.
I'm going to send you it after this.
Because
literally, that's what it won. It won best neighborhood in the whole world, which is then meant... And I'm so sorry, when there's neighborhoods like... I don't know, Roma Norte. There's neighborhoods like Montmartre. There's neighborhoods like Williamsburg and the Village in New York.
Yeah,
There's all these other places. And I went, Laureles, the world, please. And what then happened was at the start of this year, I basically got priced out of my area. And I know you're going to be like, cry me a river, you fucking gringa. I know that's what everyone's going to say. But it was that my landlord, who is Colombian, priced me out, which is like, listen, that's fine. Get your coin, babe. I love you. But then I found that I was then looking for an apartment. I was looking for an apartment. I was in a place of disadvantage from some perspectives because they're like, where's your fiador? Where's this? Where's that? How do
yes.
I'm like, listen, they were fair enough. They were like, what if you run and leave the country and you don't pay my rent? Which is actually listen, it's fair. But I also found that it was just and Annie, I was roughed up because when I was moving, Maluma came, someone else came, Baddest Bunny came, and I was like, am I fucked? Like, literally, I had to sit down and go, no, I'm fucked. If I wanted a similar quality in apartments, I was going up like 50% in my rent. And I later found out that apparently my rent before was like a bargain at 4 millones every month. But I found that people were like, yeah.
Okay, I feel like we really need to include dollar pricing.
Oh my God, no,
so we
you're
have
right.
a little bit of like a more international availability. Like,
how much is that in dollars? I have no idea.
So
I have
4
no clue.
millones
Is that
like
$1,000?
4 million pesos, essentially.
I think it's $1,000.
Nowadays, I think it's about, it's like 1,000. No, 1,100, like 1,100.
You know that
US dollars, just for context.
Yeah, just for context. And I was paying that, and like my British friends would be like, that's crazy. But then I would say I'm living in the equivalent of like, I don't know, like a really nice area. I had a doorman. It was a super cute, like I loved my old apartment. And then suddenly I was looking for all of these apartments. I was talking to all of these estate agents, and once even... Maybe you can actually tell me, because maybe this is a cultural difference and I'm a naive little piece of shit. So this estate agent, he sent me pictures of an apartment and I was like, great, I would like to come and see it. And when I tell you, he said, before you can even come to see it, I need your passport, I need to know how you're planning on paying for this. I need to know this and I need to know that. And I was like, to see an apartment that I don't even know if I want. Maybe that's a culture shock. Maybe
you're essentially like filling out an application to see if you're like worthy of their time to even show you the place.
Yeah. And I found that like
no,
that apartment wasn't that expensive.
I mean, I don't know. My apology to realtors, but that's excessive.
Like, the apartment wasn't that expensive, relatively, but I found that it was just like a way of him going, yeah, I just want to know if you're like worth it. And I'm like, I'm so fucking sorry. Like, and I come from a place. I've lived in London, I've lived in Paris. I have dealt with huge housing instability in both of those cities. And I've dealt with instability from a sense of I don't have enough money. I've dealt with it from the sense of I have enough money, right, but there's nowhere to live. And I found the Medellin one was just like, no. This is a special type of hell.
No, it's insane. It's out of control. And like, obviously, the short of it is, I mean, the answer is gentrification. You know, like, what's the surprise there? But I do feel like I have my friend Tara, who's a loyal listener of the pod. Hi, Tara. I love you, baby.
Love you, babe.
She also had to deal with so much looking for a place, especially because like you're competing with people that are, I think that the market is a little segmented, but it's still affecting everybody alike. Because like Colombians are getting really affected by this stuff, and foreigners are as well. Like foreigners that want to like actually live and be a part of this community, not like tourists, right? But so Tara is like one of these like upstanding citizens in Colombia. She's like one of my favorite foreigners. She does everything by the book. She's amazing.
She really is.
This girl was like fighting up against people that were willing to pay a year up front. That
That's
were willing
crazy.
to pay 6 months up front. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is not fucking realistic.
That's crazy.
To begin with, that's just like the financial aspect of it. Then you have like the fiador request, which a fiador, how would we translate fiador, Lauretta? It's kind of like a person. Is there a term for it? There's gotta be. Somebody that you're that's like co-signing. Yeah, exactly. That's co-signing with you. And then that fiador also has to have a bunch of like requirements fulfilled to be able to a fiador. It's insane. I understand the background check if from like a perspective of like you don't want your stuff to be ruined, you don't want like sex trafficking happening in your apartment, obviously. But it's out of control. It's totally out of control.
Some of my friends have challenged me, my non-Colombian, non-living here friends have challenged me, and they've said, well, aren't you part of the problem? And listen, I hold my hands up, right? I really do. I have come into a country with a little bit more disposable income, which means I can afford a slightly better amenity. And there's more things for me to spend my money on, which is where I think I could be a white girl Karen in this next bit I say. Because it's just like, I have not come and said I would really like to be ripped off. Like, oh my God, please, scab me of all my money.
Please give me the opportunity. If there's anything Lauretta loves, it's a scam.
No, and you people victim, know,
so by all means.
I hate a scam. And I feel like sometimes, and listen, I also think there is a demographic of people who will come on and they'll go, hey, I want an apartment, my budget is $2,200 US. And I'm like, you could just live in New York. Like, what? And I think it's different when you're a family with 500 million people. I get it, you need the space, no problem.
Yeah.
But you one singular passport, bro. Because it's like, I see the people who are looking for apartments, like the women in the women expat group, which we love. And they're like saying, I just want something like really reasonably priced. Like, I just want to live somewhere normal. And then you'll meet someone and they'll be like, yeah, so this apartment is, Annie, I saw an apartment for $4,000 US last week.
No, Lauretta, I believe you. The thing is that I will also add my own little like spoon into the mix here, because I was like in a housing situation where I was in an owned condo that sold earlier than the next condo was going to be ready for. So there was like a bit of like a gap, a 6-month gap. Lauretta, the options and the prices were if you're looking for furnished, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it like that. It's just, my God, it's insane. Unfurnished, the way that we were doing math, trying to decide what was more affordable, rent and a storage unit, because we had to put all of our shit into storage, or renting unfurnished but having to move twice or like 3 times at this point, it was just absolutely fucking insane. And the thing is that I think I understand that luxury pricing exists. I feel like this ties into a little bit of what we were talking about with our whole Airbnb conversation. It's like, okay, sure, there's premium experiences, and let me pay for a premium experience. However, give me a fucking premium experience. Like, if you're charging premium pricing, what are you offering
For real.
other than this fucking shithole? Like, this is insane.
For real. No. You hit the nail on the hammer. Is that what the expression is? You hit the hammer on the nail.
I think that is correct, yes.
One of those was right.
Whatever. You hit something with something else and it went fucking hole in one.
No, definitely. Because I think that's what the problem is. Like, give me a $4,000 apartment. I'm not going to live there. Of course not. Absolutely. Never. But give me an apartment.
But let me understand. Let me understand where I'm like, of course, a celebrity would stay here. You know what I mean?
And like,
but not like fucking Jack from whatever bro pyramid. I can stand it.
And I'm also like, do you have that much money? Because if I paid $4,000 a month in rent, baby, I'm going to be on the street selling everything that needs to be sold. Whether that's my artwork or my body is being sold. And so, like...
Something's happening, though.
Something is entering the market. Something is. And in my mind, I'm also like, how much money would you need to make for $4,000 in Colombia, where things are necessarily cheaper than the US and the UK in some aspects? How much money do you need to earn to see 4,000 and go, that's a bargain?
I don't get it.
Wait, what? You don't
I don't
get the
know.
question?
I said I don't get it. No, I don't get the concept.
You don't get the phenomenon. Yeah.
No,
I
I don't
you
know if
get
I'm
the
just like
phenomenon.
priced out of this world or this generation, but like I'm just like I don't know that I would pay that money.
No,
I think I am very suspicious of all those people. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry because they're fucking weirdos. No.
I don't think I'm literally speechless because I am from London, which I actually must argue is the king of gentrification. I think maybe a city that has beaten
London.
us. Yeah. And I think maybe Bali has been through worse, or like a New York. But when I tell you, and the gentrification in London as well has happened slower. It's happened probably post when we held the Olympics, around that time. Some of the areas I grew up in.
Oh, really?
As we all know, I grew up POOR, right? Those areas that were like, I'm sorry to say, and I can say, they were shitholes, are now like super trendy. They're like,
and you're like, what the fuck is happening here?
And I'm like, I remember like sharing a bathroom with a whole building once, and now this is a really quirky block
Bougie
of flats. Yeah,
Right.
And you would think with that I would be more accustomed to the things that are happening in Medellin with the housing, but like I'm still as shocked as fuck, which is why I also think that I'm an idiot. I think that like my mind hasn't caught up with reality. That's the problem.
That's kind of what I feel like also. Like, am I just not aware of the reality of the world in a way?
Clearly I'm not.
Was I left behind? Was I left behind? Because like I don't get it.
It's like I close my eyes. My friends, I'm in London at the moment, and my friends, I was telling them about my other friend's apartment. So my other friend lives in a studio where he shares a bathroom with other people, and it is a apartment building with 85 studios in it. And it's a very small studio, but it's in a central place. And I was telling my friends, I was like, yeah, and he pays £1,000, which is probably $1,300. He probably pays that a month. And my friends were like, oh, so it's a bargain. I said, what? And that's where I realized, I was like, they were like, oh, they were literally saying, send us the link to the apartment so we can live there. Annie, it's like a mezzanine floor. So like the floor where your bed is floats out from the wall. Am I making sense? Yes, I am. Like,
no, I'm trying to picture it. Hold on. Your bed?
So you have a ground floor. It has a kitchen, a kitchenette on one side, and it has a small living area. and then you go up the stairs, ladder.
Okay.
You go up the ladder, and it's a mezzanine floor, so a floor that kind of comes halfway through your ceiling.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't stand up when you're in bed. You can't stand up on that
like you crawl into bed.
You crawl, right? And my friends were like, bargain. And that's why I'm like, something is not plussing and summing up in my mind, because that for me feels very expensive. Whereas my friends were like, no, send us the link. I said, the fuck? I said, no. The fuck?
We sound like two idiots. You know, when people like discover like, oh, there's this great musician, little white rapper, his name is Eminem, and you're like, well, yeah, everybody knows about Eminem. Do we sound like that?
I think we do, because I think other people
are we like catching on to like gentrification and the housing crisis?
No,
like,
I think it is, because
are we the last people to find out?
No. Because my friend Carolina literally said the same thing. She went, Lauretta, what you're describing is gentrification. I said, oh my goodness, gentrification is horrible. Because in London, gentrification here happens so
and it's
slowly.
So real.
No. And I think with countries like Colombia and Mexico, they've happened post-pandemic, which was just 6 little years ago.
That's very true. Yeah.
And I think that's why it feels like, no, I'm literally dying. And this is going to sound so terrible, but in this day and age, the only way to survive is to have your little tricks, secrets, your little things you keep under the bed. You can't be going around telling literally everyone how to get this deal or how to get this product. I think we need to gatekeep more.
So you're saying
I'm sorry.
Need to bring back gatekeeping.
I'm going to be the most hated person in the world after episode 14. I've got some controversial views here too.
Listen, I think personally, it's hard because I'm very pro-village, pro-community, pro-nothing's a secret. Oh, if you need this tip, I'll give it to you. If you want to have like this, you know, go to my doctor about this. He's a great guy. You know, like all those things I'm very pro. But I do think we've overdone it. I think we need to bring secrets back a little bit.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. You're actually totally right.
Okay, I want to hear your like hated consequences about this.
So this all roots from the fact that I am an excellent amateur baker. I'm not a professional, but I'm an excellent home baker.
Guys, if you could taste or smell through podcast, we'd find a way to make you do it, because it's out of this world. It's so fucking good. 99% of the times I'm seeing Lauretta, I'm hoping she's gonna pop something out, because it's
I'm
amazing.
like, what did you bring?
Lauretta, let's take a second. Things that I've tried: butter.
Oh yeah,
insane.
I handmade
sourdough
butter.
bread.
Oh yeah,
insane.
That was good.
The piña colada cake. I don't like piña colada. I love the cake. So good
too.
There was the like cinnamon buns, but they weren't cinnamon. They were like almond cinnamon. What the fuck? It was so good.
Those were good as well.
Julian's cake. Fuck. There hasn't been one thing that I'm like, oh, that's enough of that. I'm always
Julian's
like,
cake was my best one. No, Julian's cake. I was really impressed. No. Like,
fuck, so good.
Love to bake. But I am a huge gatekeeper when it comes to my recipes. If you came and asked me for a recipe, woof, I will be doing a big internal discussion with myself as to whether or not I give it to you. You know,
my mom is the same about her brownies. Yeah. And she gets so upset because she's like, people always want to ask me for the recipe. They're never like, okay, I'll buy a batch of you. You know what I mean? Like, they always want it. And she's so like, but she's like so defensive about it. And
same.
And I don't bake, so I've never like seen the big deal of it. But I want to hear more about this. Sorry, keep going.
Because I have gone through a lot to perfect these recipes. And so once I watched the video on social media and a girl, her in-laws had given her a recipe and they said, please do not put this recipe on social media. Because I don't know, there's something in me, there's something greedy and devilish and black inside of me that's like, I don't want you making money off of my hard blood, sweat and tears developing a recipe.
Right.
And then you make it and then all of a sudden you've got a brand deal with Rode or with Skims. Like...
Did this girl go ahead and publish the recipe that she was
She didn't publish the recipe. She just did like a quick video. She's like, this is the recipe. They've asked me not to share it. I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought she had
I just feel like, oh, girl. No. And so I just find that with a lot of things these days, we're just telling everybody everything. So I just listened to Madam Joyce. She has a very successful podcast. And she said, maybe actually years ago, we all look the fucking same at the moment. And that's because we are telling everyone, oh, this is where I bought this top from, or these are where these shoes are from, or this is where this top is from. Oh my
God.
It's too much. Tell your friend.
You're not wrong.
Of course. Tell a friend. Don't tell the world. Come on.
Girl, 100%. And I feel like a lot of it, especially if you're on social media, you see a lot of like, oh, well, she's not a girl's girl because she didn't share what A or B or C was from. Like, there's a lot of like pressure to be a girl's girl as well. I don't know if you've noticed that. But like, yeah, fuck. Like, everybody has the same face and the same outfits. Let's bring back personal style a little bit. And let's bring back genetics and having your own face that you inherited a bit.
And it's the same with like...
Everybody looks the fucking same.
No, it's true. And I know people put up these like video montages on Facebook, because that's where they at, of like in the 90s, everyone was so individual, and it's like, I don't know, Halle Berry and, you know, Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz. Right. Very, very 90s-esque. And we love that, sure. But I just think like nowadays, I don't know, we're all trying to look exactly the same. And I'm a big believer in what you believe in terms of village, but I don't know. I don't know. I've
recently been going through something weird. I don't even know how to label it, with a friend, a close friend that I feel like is trying to give me a makeover. And I'm like, but I don't want one. She keeps telling me like, yeah. It's like low-key insulting, but I'm like, I think she thinks it's for the best, but I'm like, it's really weird when I'm not asking. You know what I mean?
No, it
so
is.
I had discussed with like that group of friends how like I don't really like or I haven't done Botox yet. It's not that I don't really like it. I'm scared of it. Part one. Part B, I don't like depending on something. So I know that once you start, you have to keep, you know, doing it every so often. And C, I just don't want to do it yet. I don't think I need it yet. I'll get to it. I'll fucking get it. Do everything you fucking want. I just don't want to do Botox just yet, right? And the other day was just like, you know what? You really need Botox. I know you're avoiding it, but like, because I'm your friend, you need to know. And I was like, and the thing is that, Loretta, I love how much I can gesticulate with my face. I love that I have like big expressions. My cousin said this to me once, and it always stuck with me, that I have like subtitles on my face that you can like see exactly what I'm thinking immediately. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that I have a super expressive face. And so she said that to me, and I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, yeah, I'll probably get Botox, but just later. I just don't want it right now, right? And so she wants me to look like her. Like, she's given me several things, like several like pieces of advice of like stuff that I'm just like, ooh. And then also about clothing, and I'm like, it's okay that we dress differently. I have my own style and you have yours. I don't need to look like you. But I think that she comes from like a very like she's like a very typical Mexican girl in that sense, where like she looks like every other girl that has that has done like her hair and her face in a certain way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that's lovely for you, and you want to look like that, and you feel attractive like that, and you want to, and your partner likes that style, you know, like it works in your context. It doesn't mean that I want to do it. You know what I mean?
I do. And once someone actually asked me, I'm a big believer in all forms of plastic surgery. Believer in the sense that if you would like to get something done, I think you should go and do it. I am not one of those
100%. 100%.
Like, go and do it. Like, if you want a BBL, baby, lift your bum Brazilianly. Please! I want you to.
Brazilianly in particular, yes.
Brazilianly.
And if you want a thigh lift.
Is a thigh lift a thing?
Oh my God, girl. Side note. So, I have a cousin who has never even listened to this. And
so let's go ahead.
So she's had 3 children. So she got married at 22 and she had all 3 of her children by the time she was 25. And to the point where she breastfed her penultimate child while she was pregnant, because her last 2 children are like 10 or 11 months apart or something like that.
Oh, a bunch of like Irish twins. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's what it's called. And so that will wreak havoc on your body. Apparently, there's also genetics, but it will wreak havoc on your body having that many children so really quickly.
Pretty aggressive.
Like, it was very, very aggressive. So she was telling me that you can get like a thigh lift. And so it brings your thigh skin, and if you've got any fat on it, closer to the muscle. And so your thighs look like super toned. You can get anything done, girl.
The way I'm picturing this is like you're putting on tights. You know when you're like pulling like, tights up and it's just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's everything out there. There's
everything.
A whole world to discover.
And I
but yes, get it done. If you want it, get it done. Yeah, for sure.
I actually really, really want you to get it done if you want to. But once there was a time where someone came up to me, it was someone I knew, and they were like, oh my God, Lauretta, have you ever thought about like maybe going and having like liposuction to like help with all of your excess fat? And I was like,
Immediately, I would strangle her. You know how you talk about breaking a man like a twig? It's like, you're about to die. No.
I was like, okay. And I was like, and I actually very calmly said, oh no, I've actually never ever thought about doing that. She was like, why? Don't you think you need it? And I was like,
oh, okay. How do you block a person IRL?
No, honestly, and I was just kind of looking at her and I was just like, I low-key kind of hate you. And do you know why it really bothered me as well? Because she was plus size as well. Why didn't you go for the surgery?
No.
And that's the thing that really touched me. And I'm just like, and I think it...
And the thing, Lauretta, if I came to you today and I'd be like, Lauretta, if only there was something I could do for my thighs. Because I am so depressed over my... And you're like, girl, my cousin did this and this to her thighs. I'd be like, the fuck? I didn't know it was an option. Happy as a clam.
Exactly.
What a beautiful fucking story. But like, if I'm not asking you, why the fuck are you suggesting this information? It's
like,
insane.
why are you telling me? And I feel we've gotten into this culture of like, oh, you should really do this with your hair, or like, and you know, another thing I've been really trying to challenge is, you know, there was a what was it? A movement. It's not a movement. A trend. Thank you.
A trend.
Where
okay. Yeah.
people were saying, guess how old I am? And if you looked really old, it was like a huge insult. And I'm trying to like challenge that, because there is nothing wrong with looking old. Like, tell me what's wrong with looking old. Did you hear that, guys?
I straight up
crickets.
I was gonna unmute myself. I just like punched the mic. So we can cut this out. Hold on. I think also, I hate to do this. This is not very girls. There are women that have received attention, love, value, I don't know, money, security, only based on their looks, not so much on who they are as people or the relationship they can build or how they make you feel, etc., etc. And I feel like these are the women in my life personally, because I know of these women, I know them personally, some of them, that are so shocked at the fact that somebody wouldn't lead with their looks and body first, and that would dare to age, for example, because I think they see it. You know, you're a finance babe, Lauretta. If I were telling you, like, Lauretta, I'm about to take my lifetime savings and I'm gonna invest them into this pyramid that looks amazing. And if I bring 3 friends with me, you'd be like, the fuck are you doing with your life? You know?
No.
And I feel like some women that only see the value and the security that they can acquire through looks feel the same way about somebody that's like not focusing exclusively on keeping their looks a certain way. Does that make sense? Kind of like the parallels trying to draw there?
No, it really does. I think you're right. I think it's that some people are taught not to this is gonna sound so bad, but like, some people are taught you don't need to have a personality as long as you're good looking.
No, totally. Exactly.
And I think it's so wrong. And I think there's a fine line between it. Like, I don't know if you saw on TikTok. The TikTok. Loretta, I was on TikTok. Is this your way of telling me? I don't have an account. I watched it on my browser.
Oh my God. Okay.
I watched it on my browser.
Well, it's something. I'll take it.
Thank you. And a girl posted, I'm sure you've seen this because it was months ago. A girl posted and said, I just really want Kylie Jenner's boobs. And Kylie Jenner commented,
yes.
I don't know
exactly what you got. I think, yeah.
And I think those kind of things, I don't know, I kind of like love. But also, do you need to know where my vintage denim jacket is from? No, because it's vintage. Where's your individuality? Why do we all want to look exactly the same?
What's the personal style here?
Exactly. And I also think that, like, you can look the same. One of the things that I'm absolutely gagged by is when I'm dating someone and me and them dress the same. It gags me. I'm gagged.
Okay, for an old lady like myself, I'm gagged.
I'm gagged.
A good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing, I guess.
Okay, didn't know if you were like about to throw up, like, I'm gagging.
No, I'm gagged.
So you
I love it.
You love it.
Like,
clock it,
matching
slay.
Doc Martin shoes, all of those things. Clock it, slay. We love it all. Matching Doc Martens, similar dark trousers, similar to, I love that. But also, I
Okay.
don't think you should then go around insulting someone for having what is a very original style, which I think a lot of people
Gotcha.
do. And I think we just have to gatekeep just a little, just a touch. Just a little bit. Just a touch.
Just a little bit.
You
You
know?
know which of the trends I found a little sad? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. And you know, most of the things that people do, most of the things realistically go back to like a psychological level where they're just trying to be accepted, be loved, be recognized, be successful, have doors open for them, etc. Right? So I don't want to like shit on like that level of it. But you know when like that it's still happening, I think a little bit, but like that whole like old money trend.
Yes. Girl,
It's
I
so
know.
painful to watch. It's so because I'm also just like it's not a monolith and like people dress all sorts of ways. You have like an Iris Apfel or something. Iris Apfel.
I don't know who that is,
And-
so
and
you can
you know
say
what-
whatever you
Oh
want.
girl, she RIP, but like so fun. And it's just like old money doesn't just mean everybody's wearing like khaki pants and a white shirt and you know like a specific type of handbag, and it's just like oh my god, I hate it. And so like there's so many people going through the world now in costume essentially because it's a costume. It's not like personal style where you're just like copying something because you think it makes you look like you're some sort of like demure, stylish, old money, you know, like yachts. I don't even know Cape Cod vibe. I don't even know if Cape Cod is old money. Probably not. Martha's Vineyard. But like essentially it's just like, oh girl, like just find something that's you. You shine. You look better. You look happy. You look comfortable when you wear something that is your style, not when you're trying to like be someone else that you're not. We should really, yeah, honestly, this is the day that the call me later ladies
Yes.
start gatekeeping.
Yes. For real.
That's it. Don't ask us anything ever again. And in reality, you know what? Not only am I gonna gatekeep, I'm just not even gonna forgive the people that are not gatekeeping. I'm done. You're on my hate list. A grudge for life.
No,
Loretta,
I love a grudge.
where do we stand on forgiving people?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what I wish and what I am. What I wish is that I'm a person who is a big believer in forgiveness. I am someone who I think I've said in person definitely and maybe on the pod, and I've said if someone does something wrong to you, someone who means a lot to you, someone you have a very good relationship with generally, and they do something really awful to you and they seek your forgiveness, either forgive them or let them move on. I don't think you should just keep them around and torture them.
Kind of means like maybe I haven't forgiven you, but you're free to move on with your life while I handle this internally. Sort of
exactly. Thing. Whereas I think a big thing that
Okay.
I was very guilty of is that I will sort of kind of forgive you, not at all, and then I will show you pure hell in terms of like the hoops you have to jump through.
I feel like that's kind of like what Reeve feels probably.
No,
every
Reeve,
time
listen,
that he hears this podcast.
I'm so sorry, but he was kind of cheated
Have you
on
forgiven?
one little time.
No, has he forgiven you for Reeve? For Reeve, I'm on his side.
Okay, so he actually reached out to me. Let me give you this gist about Reeve.
He did? Ooh,
No. So I reached out to Reeve. It was a little while ago, and Reeve reached out to me.
Okay.
And Reeve said, I am really sorry for the way that I treated you when we dated. Because what had happened actually was that I had obviously dated Reeve's best friend, Joshua, a few years before. Josh is the one who was like, I just realised you're not Pakistani. Him. And so then I dated Reeve, and him and I... Men are the pits. And then Reeve and I then dated, and it was really nice. It was in those first couple of weeks, like maybe like 6 weeks or so. And then he went on holiday, and then I went on holiday separately. And on this holiday, Reeve just like stopped talking to me. And I feel like, Annie, you should understand this, because you said that if someone you're dating doesn't talk to you for more than 36 hours, your relationship is over. Right?
Yeah.
And
for
so
sure.
Reeve was on holiday for like 5 days. Joshua texts me constantly 24/7. Reeve did not message me literally at all, and I would message him and Reeve would be like, I fully don't care. And then in that time, I was accidentally fingered by someone else on purpose.
No. Okay, Lauretta, but we needed this context, because here I was respecting old fucking Reeve for nothing. Okay, thank you.
And the moment I was fingered, I broke up with Reeve. I was like, listen, I actually think that we're fully done. Like, we were just dating, and I think this is
Loretta,
over.
will you forgive me for judging you about this? For judging you.
No, of course.
I seek your forgiveness. Thank you.
And baby, I give
and
it
that
to
is
you.
how it's done. Thank you.
The reason why I wanted to bring up forgiveness with you, Annie, is that a friend told me we're going to actually give them fake names because they are actually fully my friends.
Wow.
So I know.
Once. Okay.
I know. One of them we're going to call one Raj, and we're going to call one Raj, we're going to call the other one Natasha. I am really good friends with Natasha.
Ethnically accurate?
No, like not at all.
Okay, because I was like, then they're gonna know who you're talking about.
No, like literally, like not at all. And so I have been friends with Raj for years, 10 years maybe. And Raj invited me over for dinner to then meet his new girlfriend Natasha. And Raj was then telling me a story where he felt very, very, very ashamed. He then said, so what had happened was Raj was in a horrible mood. A horrible mood. And then he goes to Natasha, his girlfriend he lives with, they're in love, blah, 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 blah. And he says to her, I just don't understand what your fucking problem is. My issue with you is that you're just so fucking boring. You're such a boring person, and you hang around with interesting people and creative people to try and make yourself more interesting.
My God. my God,
it was rough.
That's rough out there.
It's rough on these streets. That's why you got to stay single for real. But he had told me the story, and she was there. And the first thing I went to actually do was I looked at Natasha and I said, I hope you know that you're not boring. And she was like, I know I'm not boring. Because she then immediately said to him, once he said this to her, she turned to him and she said, I think that you said this because that's what you think about yourself. I don't think it has anything to do with me. No, it was spicy. I pray for Natasha's self-confidence.
How long ago did this happen?
This happened like a couple of weeks ago.
And they were retelling the story in front of you?
They were telling Raj was telling me. I don't know how it came up because I love to brag.
I would take that to the grave.
For real.
I would never.
You couldn't have waterboarded that story out of me.
No.
But he was telling me from a place of like real shame of what he said. I then told another one of my friends. So
he was like owning up to like.
Yeah. And he was like, listen, I literally feel so horrible. And I think she is right. I think that's why I said it to her is because I do think that I am myself boring. She gagged him. He was speechless. And
I am speechless.
No, it was crazy. And so my question is, I told someone else this story, also keeping these people anonymous. And my friend was like, my other friend, let's call her Sammy. Sammy was like, I would have fucking dumped him. No way in this world would I have stayed with a guy like that. He hates you. And so I want to get your opinion because I have an opinion.
Okay. Oh my God. I will have to say, in terms of forgiveness, I have two categories. There's like one category in which I have like my close friends and family members who I adore, who I do try to like forgive and let go of these things, kind of like very much down the line of what you were saying of like, you can't hold this over my head for the rest of my life. So, or like you can hold it over their heads. So I try to do that. In the other category, Loretta, I forget, but I don't forgive. So I always kind of like feel like this motherfucker did something, but I can't remember what it was.
No,
I have really bad memory. So I'm always just like, yeah, I fell off with this person, but I trust myself to know why I did it. I will 100% forgot what he did to me, but I'll always be just like, but you can't be trusted, right?
Mm-hmm,
now, when it comes to a relationship, oof, that's hard, especially because like I have really hard boundaries with like disrespect. I really don't like it. And so I think even if I would forgive it for the sake of the relationship and not break up at the moment, I think it would be like a bit of like a notch there where it would eat out of the relationship just a little bit. And it would probably count towards an eventual breakup. Does that kind of make sense? Like
it does.
I think I would try to like, because like I know people say hurtful things in hurtful times, but I don't know that I could fully just be like, I mean, I think her response is like really mature, but I don't know I don't know that I could get past the fact that this person still chose to attack me at a moment of weakness instead of like coming to me or coming together with me, if that makes sense.
No, I get what you mean. I totally get what you mean. Because I challenged my friend Sammy when she said, I would just fucking leave him. And I challenged her and I said, Sammy, are you telling me that you haven't said something devilishly nasty to your sister? And that's all I said to Sammy. And Sammy, you could just see like the wall drop on her face, because she probably in her mind had pinpointed a time where she had said something so fucking awful. And her sister did forgive her.
Right.
And I think when I had said that and kind of humanized the situation a little bit more, Sammy was like, oh, fuck, like, I kind of do get what you mean. Because this is the thing with me. If my partner said something that jaded to me, the old me, I was probably never, ever getting over that. Like, to bring it back to what I was saying before, I would have just tortured you forever. I would have been like, any little thing. Oh, it's because you think I'm boring. Any little thing, but because you think I'm this, because you think like I think I'm that. Whereas I've tried to really, really worked hard to try and be a person like Natasha, which is that when she was telling me her side of the story, she did not seem upset. She did not seem affected by it. And obviously, you can argue that she's putting up a facade, but she was just like this opinion of him, this opinion of me that he has,
very like emotionally intelligent.
Yeah. She was like, why does it matter? It's not true. He doesn't believe it. He feels horrible. And I just don't really view this as something to really like hold on to. I said, Natasha, you're my queen. You're my queen bee. Right? Fuck Taylor Swift. Lift up Natasha. Because fuck. She was,
girl,
after the conversation with her.
I don't know.
I know. Like, because I am someone who, Annie, I will admit here in front of you and the world, I have said some things to people that I wish I could take back. Like, if I could dig a grave, plant myself in, die, be born again, and make a different decision, I would do it. Because I have said some things, I have said some stuff to like someone I love so much that I would give,
that were like deeply hurtful.
And I would give my fucking left foot to fucking take them back. And so when I come from it from that perspective, I think I have to become someone who was just like, I think I could forgive you. I think I have to. Especially if, for the most part, and listen, I don't know what goes on between Raaj and Natasha under closed doors, behind closed doors, I don't know, right?
Of course.
But from the outside, this seems like a very loving relationship. I've never heard anything bad before. I've not heard anything bad since.
Right.
And Raj is my friend. He's going to come tell me.
I think that's important as well. Yeah. And
I'm sure
I
there's
think
other
also
things.
like the context of the relationship adds a lot to it. Like if it's a pattern versus if it's like a one-off, you know, like, oof, I don't know.
I know it's hard. This is why it's a dilemma.
I think I like what you said about Sammy. It is a dilemma for sure. Like with Sammy, I like that you used the example of the sister, but I also, Lauretta, feel pretty strongly about the fact that our romantic relationships are entirely different to our family relationships in the way that at the age we're at, we've been building our family relationships for 30 plus years, right? Whereas I think every relationship you're able to like DIY it, and every relationship you're able to like build as you go, and you learn more. And obviously with like your family, you learn stuff and you apply it, and you can try to build healthier relationships, but it's not necessarily easy to change something that has been going on for 30 plus years, right? Whereas I think in a romantic relationship, you know, that's starting off, maybe you've been dating them for 20 years, good for you. If you've been dating your boyfriend since you were 10, fuck off, this is not for you. If you've just started dating someone within, you know, the last couple of years, I think you can take the information of like what you've learned and who you want to be and the way that you want to go about things and apply it. So yes, for example, like I've had fights with my brother, obviously, but like I would never deal with a partner the way that I've dealt with my brother.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No,
I don't know, because I think it's just different. I had one fight with an ex-boyfriend, which I think is, I don't think I've had ex-boyfriends that were particularly rude in that sense, because it is kind of like a hard line. But we did have this kind of like embarrassing episode where, do I want to talk about? Yes, okay. So,
okay, sure.
I I was staying at his place. I was coming to visit and staying at his place. And he had filled the apartment with little post-it notes, which were 99% cute. Yeah, it was adorable. So one in the mirror, one in every drawer. If I opened like, like the kitchen drawer, it was like, "Hi, beautiful, what are you cooking? Like, what are you craving?" Or like I opened the fridge and there was a wine bottle with a post-it note, like, "Oh, my girl's favorite wine for," like that sort of thing.
Oh, that's
adorable.
Lovely. Aww.
It was quite adorable. There was this one post-it note in the bathroom that said, "When you read this, go find the nearest dick to suck."
Okay.
And that's also lovely.
Okay, that was his. Sure. I'm with him.
Yeah. Which was like cheeky, and I thought it was really funny. And so when I saw it, I thought it was hilarious and funny. Anyway, so we left them, like those were at his place, and we left them. And there was this one night that we had dinner with his mom. He had to go somewhere else, and she drove me back home, right?
Oh, lovely.
Perfect. She drives me back to the place. Yeah, it was spectacular. We're having a great time. She parks the car, and she gets out of the car, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we're still hanging out. Okay." And so she starts walking towards the place, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess you're coming in." And so she comes inside, and I was like, "Well, do you want some tea?" And she was like, "Yeah, tea would be lovely." And I was like, "Okay." So I started like making tea. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I thought we were done hanging out.
Like, bye.
And so as I'm heating up the water, she's like, "I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick." And I was like, "Okay, amazing." This woman goes into the bathroom and obviously reads the post-it note that says,
"Oh no.
When you read this, go find the nearest dick to suck."
Oh no.
And I just hear her go like, "Ha!" Like, just like one sharp laughter. She laughed, and I was like, my life flashed before me, Lauretta. I was like, I was just meeting her. It was, oh my God, it was so embarrassing. And I started being like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's like just laughing inside the bathroom.
So
she comes
funny.
out and she's like, "No, he's clearly my son." But she was having such a laugh. It's like such a good time. She was like, "This is so funny. Like he's it had to be my son that I would write something." And I was like, "I am mortified. I'm so sorry." She's like, "Oh, forget about it. Like young love." She was amazing about it, right? So we had a good laugh. We had our tea. She hung out a little bit more, and then she left, right? Then my boyfriend at the time, arrived a couple of hours later. Okay. And I was like, "You're never gonna believe what happened." And I tell him the story. I'm like half laughing, half mortified. He gets furious. Like he's like, his face shifts, right?
Why?
And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, I mean, it's so awkward, but it's more, I thought it was like embarrassing for me, who's like the daughter-in-law, like just meeting you, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I can't believe you didn't take it down." And I was like, I forgot it was there. Like I didn't even think she was coming into the house. And she came, I completely forgot that the post-it notes were still up. And I was like, "It could have happened to anyone." And he was like, "No, it wouldn't have happened to me because I'm not fucking stupid."
No.
And I was like,
oh, that was a spicy one. That was spicy. That was spicy. Yeah. I don't know if I could have taken that. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
And Lauretta, I was like kind of like shocked when it happened. And I was like, okay. And that was kind of like it. Like he came home late, so we just like went to bed after that. And I remember the next day I was like walking Vicente. I was walking the dog. I was on the phone with my dad. And I was like, so this thing happened. And the thing is that because I haven't been in very like mistreating relationships of this like capacity, like I don't have kind of like these kind of arguments with men. Like I didn't even know if I was like being picky or dumb about it. Like I was just kind of like dumbfounded by it. I don't know how to explain. So I tell my dad, and he's like, "You need to leave immediately." He's like, "Get out of that house." Like he was so like hardcore. He was like, "You need to leave this man. Like that is so rude. I can't believe he would say that to you." And like just all of these things. And so I was like, okay, right. Because like it feels off, like, and it wasn't, I think when you recognize shouting or like aggressive violence like that, I mean, obviously it'd be like, like what's happening. But like he wasn't shouting or anything. He was just like dry. He's like, "No, because I'm not fucking,
Yeah.
And like the thing is that he was calling me fucking stupid. He didn't say "you're a fucking stupid bitch," but he just said like, "This wouldn't happen to me because I'm not fucking stupid."
Yeah.
So it's kind of like wrapped up in like that scenario, and it was very weird. It was very difficult for me to deal with because I didn't know if I was like making a big deal out of it or not. And then when we finally like sat down and talked about it, he apologized and he cried and he said all these things that he didn't even think he said that. And I was like, you most definitely did. You know, like all of these things. We did get past it, not for long, but we did get past it. And I was like, okay, it's fine. Like, I understand that you were like frustrated and like embarrassed about your mom reading that, like all these things. But for me, it was always in the back of my head, Loretta.
Okay.
I never fully let it go.
Okay.
Never. Like, I just, and here I am telling the story, right? Where I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't know. And I don't think I'm fucking stupid at all. I think it speaks a lot more about him than it does about me. But at the same time, it's the way that he would dare to treat me. Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know.
I think it's a tough one.
It's tricky.
I think it is super, super tricky. And I think it depends on what you said, which is that what the rest of your relationship looks like. And I have been obsessed with watching.
Were you watching the show, you mean?
Yeah. The
right.
show.
With Lorna.
Yeah. And so one of the things she said on another show was that she said there is only one circumstance where she would ever recommend divorce to couples. And I think that circumstance is literally just if you two are just bickering constantly and trying to hurt each other, I think your relationship is dead. Oof. Any other situation, I think your relationship is fixable.
You can work through.
And like, girl, Annie, I have been radicalized because I actually kind of fully agree with her because I am someone
I like that, yeah.
I know, and I'm someone who I have loved and I have been so loved in my life. And I think if you are blessed enough to experience that level of love, like I think like I couldn't even put into words how loving this relationship was. And if you have been that loved and you two have problems, just try and fix it. I'm so sorry. Everything's fixable. It's just whether or not you want to. You can just try and fix it. Put a band-aid. But if you're dating someone and your rest of your relationship is just kind of like he often talks to you like that or they often treat you that way, they're often calling you boring, then I feel like, baby, plenty of other dick in the sea. But I think if it's a relationship where you're passing through a very turbulent season and very difficult things are happening, if it's something you want, I think it's something you should fight for. So like I get Raj and Natasha still being together.
Yeah. No, I think I like what you're saying about that. I think it's just, I mean, and it is rough out there, right? So I think losing someone based on a single mistake might not be worth it, straight up, right? Because there are so many other terrible people out there. Whereas learning to like really forgive, it's really bad, but learning to forgive a specific action might make your relationship stronger. And I think it's learning of it in context. Obviously, we don't know anything about their relationship, or I don't. I just heard this part of the story. And even with the one I shared, you've just heard that part of the story. But I knew it was indicative of more. I knew this tied into other things that I had already noticed that I didn't like. And so I think that's why I was just like, and now he's done this. I have to sleep with one eye open. You know, like I wasn't at peace at all. But for them, maybe they feel comfortable and happy and joyous. And like, it was a weak moment for him. And it was like a moment of like, truly, you know, gnarly commentary. She shut him the fuck down immediately, right? But for her to be able to do that, she also knew the strength that their relationship had, and that I don't think she tried to like destroy him either. She was just like checking him a little bit rather than like, I'm coming for you. And if that works for him and for her and for all of them, so be it. I have a lot of people that I should forgive, but I'm not going to anytime soon. I'll just keep forgetting them.
Oh no!
I'll just keep forgetting what they've done, but always being like slightly distrustful of their energy.
Because it makes me think about Keke Palmer, who's also a queen. She said,
"Okay, are we down for her with like the wings guy? I am."
Who? That news hasn't made it to Facebook yet.
No, wait. She hot ones. Do you know what that is?
Sean, the wing guy. Yes. No, that's what I was. Would be such a good couple. Yes. They would be such a sexy couple.
I think he's obsessed with her, and I love that energy. I love like a man that like worships the ground that she like a girl walks on.
And she should be worshipped for real. There was a time where she said she wishes that she had learned earlier how to reconcile with people in her life, because she would still have a lot of meaningful family and personal relationships. Because otherwise she was just like, I had a problem with people, I just cut them off. Whereas I look back and I'm like,
Yeah.
we really probably could have just pushed past that. And so, girl, I know it's
try
a
to push
thinker.
them. I'll start trying to like mix some in, not too much.
Yeah. Just
The rest
one.
I'm cutting the fuck off.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, I really want to keep talking about this, but I gotta get going. Can you call me later?
Yes, absolutely.
No, you need to call me later. Hello?
No, pero llámame ya.